Hello everybody, my name is Ryan or MandRproductions, and welcome to the top 15 LEGO Star Wars sets that I think are overpriced or a rip-off, at least in America. So this video is going to be based off the American pricing of these sets, and I know that in other countries LEGO sets might be priced more highly per piece or whatever it may be, so if you guys do want to let me know down in the comment section below that you're getting ripped off and whatever your home country is, please feel free, but I am aware that the pricing is different in different places, and that's just how it works. But again, this video is going to be focusing on the American prices and what I feel like is a ripoff here in America. I guess I should also mention that I'm well aware that the way LEGO prices their sets is not solely based on price per piece. However, that will be part of the factor of what I'm going to be talking about on these sets that I think are overpriced, so please just let it go. If you guys feel like I got the orders wrong or I didn't get the right sets on the list, let me know with a comment down below. If you guys do enjoy the video, please leave a like, it does mean a lot, and subscribe if you're new to the channel so there's more of my future LEGO videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into this with the 15th most overpriced or rip-off set. So at number 15, I've chosen the 75148 Encounter on Jakku. This is a $60 set for 530 pieces, and you know, that's not terrible as it is, but I felt like the build here was lacking, and it was really more of a $50 and not a $60 play set. The minifigs, while good, just still felt lacking. For $60, this set does not offer a whole ton of playability. It offers a very downsized entrance to Jakku. It offers a small window for Unkar Plutt to basically try to buy BB-8 from Ray, and then it of course does have the Lugga Beast, which is probably the most expensive thing for LEGO to produce in this set, but other than that, I just didn't really feel the value. I guess Tito and Unkar Plutt would have cost a lot for the molds, and that does bring some value to the set. However, I feel like overall the set is really small and lacking in a lot of areas, especially in the actual like base area. I've chosen the 8092 Luke's Landspeeder, and this one only had 163 pieces for $25. In the US, it was a Walmart exclusive, which probably played into that higher price, and the price per piece there was 15.3 cents, which is quite a bit for a set that didn't really have any exclusive parts or new molds at the time. While I would agree that this is a very cool looking set and probably is worth $25, I felt like it definitely should have been bumped down to the $20 price point, because $25 for 163 pieces just doesn't sound right. The 5 figures were nothing super special or anything to really write home about. They were just some of the classic characters from the movie, and maybe that's why LEGO thought this one should have cost that $5 extra. And at number 13, I've chosen the 8128 Cad Bane Speeder. This one was a Target exclusive, including just 318 pieces for $50. That's 15.7 cents per piece, and that's pretty expensive. The highlights of this set that maybe brought some value to it, though, were definitely those Senate Commandos and Cad Bane, both new figures at the time. However, the ship itself was rather small for $50. It did have some larger parts that maybe could have given it some value. However, $50 for a set like this just didn't ring right in my head. I don't know why this wasn't in the $40 price range, as many other sets of its similar size and stature were. At number 12, I've chosen the 75175 A-Wing Starfighter from 2017. It did have 358 pieces for $40, but considering the previous A-Wing to this came out in 2013 for only $25, that $40 price point did seem really high. LEGO tried to shove in some extra value with this set by including some crappy little additions, such as the ladder and the little mechanic cart. I didn't really enjoy that. I didn't like that type of inclusion to hike up the price on what is essentially just an A-Wing. $40 just feels like way too much for an A-Wing. The price per piece was just 11.2 cents per piece, however, it just didn't feel like a set that was worth $40. Again, considering the previous A-Wing that had come out just 4 years prior was $15 less, $40 seemed a bit high. In at number 11, I have one of the oddest choices out of the list, and this is this LEGO Star Wars Millennium Falcon. This was a Target exclusive in the US as far as I know. You might have also been able to get it at Legoland, but at least in the winter of 2017 you were able to find these at Target for $5. That's $5 for 20 pieces, which is ridiculous. The only thing of value in this set that could have made it even close to worth $5 is that printed plate there that says LEGO Star Wars. I know this was free with purchases of $30 or something or more, however $5 as its base retail price otherwise I thought was a little ridiculous. Like, why not sell it for $3? I felt like $5 is just so much for such a small and insignificant little mini model that I was just like, I just felt bad even buying the set when I went to buy it, because I didn't want to spend $30 to get it to begin with. At number 10, I've chosen set 75139, the Battle on Takodana. $60 for 409 pieces brings it to 14.7 cents per piece, which is quite pricey. Obviously, the average being 10 cents per piece, we're a little bit above that. It included 5 minifigures, which were pretty darn good, actually. However, I felt like the build for this set was lacking. All you could really do was open the door and make everything blow up. There was no extra, interior part for this Maz Kanata's castle area. There was no extra exterior things to get. You really had to get a bunch of other expensive sets to go along with this to make it a viable playset. It was essentially a couple of Stormtroopers and Kylo Ren all fighting against Finn, and you couldn't really do much else with the set unless, again, you had a bunch of other LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens sets. Overall, I feel like $60 is just $10 too much for this set, especially with the measly 409 piece count. Cracking in at number 9, we have the Darth Vader TIE Advanced vs. A-Wing Starfighter, which released in 2016 with 702 pieces. The shocker about this set was that it cost $90. That made it good for just 12.8 cents per piece, and if we ration this out, we can say that the 2017 A-Wing cost $40. So you're essentially saying that Darth Vader's TIE Fighter right there is worth $50, which is just ludicrous to me. Another thing to note is that it didn't include the ladder or maintenance cart that the other A-Wing did, so you're essentially getting what is a $35 A-Wing and a $55 Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, which again is even crazier when you think about it. There is no added value with that A-Wing like there is with the A-Wing that was a Twizzlers exclusive that we just saw earlier on the list. This set is one of the most blatant ripoffs of the recent years to me, and I just find it crazy that LEGO was able to try and charge $90 for 702 pieces on a set that just didn't make any sense to cost that much to begin with. At number 8, I've chosen the 7877 Naboo Starfighter. Now, there have been many Naboo Starfighters over the years, however, I felt like this one was the biggest ripoff. Much like Cad Bane Speeder, we're getting 318 pieces for $50, which is crazy, 15.7 cents per piece. There's no real exclusive elements in this set, there's no great exclusive minifigures either. You just get a young Anakin, a pilot, a couple of throw-in battle droids, and a droideka made out of regular pieces. It also does include a little maintenance cart to try and drive up that value once again so that they could get away with charging $50 for this set. The big thing for me with this set costing $50 is that just 4 years earlier there was a Naboo Starfighter with a Vulture droid that cost just $30. So they've taken out a ship from this set, replaced it with a droideka and a maintenance cart, and upped the price $20, which is just insane to me. This is definitely a very overpriced set. $50 is way too much for this Naboo Starfighter. $30, $40 would have been much better, but $50 was just crazy. At number 7, I've chosen the 2012 Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, and the reason I say this one is overpriced is because of the sets that have come out after it. Now, obviously, you get the Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, which is very nice. You get some great minifigures in this set, and you also get some very cool things right from the planet Mustafar that Anakin and Obi-Wan actually fight on. However, do the extra minifigures and couple of things from Mustafar present $15 in value to you? I don't think they present $15 in value to me. The reason I say this is because in recent years, we've received Jedi Starfighters for the price of $25 that are pretty much the same build as this, just in different colors. We've had Anakin's and Obi-Wan's that you guys have just seen on screen, and those were $25 each, and this is $40. So for the $15 extra here, you get Newt Gunray, a security battle droid, an Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then a couple of little platforms from Mustafar. That does not feel like it's worth $15 to me. I thought $40 was way too high of a price. I think $30, maybe $35 would have been doable, but $40 was just crazy to me, and this is another one of those store exclusive sets that have just way too high of a price point. At number 6, I've chosen the 7751 Ahsoka Starfighter and Vulture droid. This is a $40 set that included just 291 pieces. My big qualm with this set is that just a year earlier we had Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, which is essentially the same model as Ahsoka's here, except it was $20 less. Are you saying that the additional Vulture droid and 2 Buzz droids are worth $20? I don't think so, especially given that 5 years after this set came out, they came out with a full-size Vulture droid set for $20 that was way bulkier than that Vulture droid. This set would have been just fine for $30 or maybe $35. That would have been stretching it there, but $40 was absolutely ludicrous, especially given the previous pricing of a previous set that was literally out on the shelves at the same time. It was just crazy to me that you're paying double the price for just an extra Vulture droid and really nothing else. At number 5, I've chosen the classic 75201 First Order AT-ST. This has been a hot topic in the recent months, at least at the time of filming this video, and the main reason I call this set overpriced is this set costs $40 for 370 pieces, which on its face isn't that bad. It's only 10.8 cents per piece, but when you consider that literally just a year earlier, you had a full-size AT-ST that had 444 pieces for the same exact price, you really start to feel like you're getting ripped off here. It's hard to know what they were thinking when they put together this set at this price point. They did try to add some value with this little stand, but it's such a lame little stand that I just can't believe anyone would think that adding that in and removing the full AT-ST head makes it worth the same price. The most desirable minifigure in this set is BB-8, followed by Captain Phasma, and then Finn and Rose. I mean, nobody cares about the Finn and Rose in this minifigure. They're actually pretty lame. This set does not scream out that it's worth $40 at all to me. It has very little playability outside of the spring-loaded shooters and ability to rotate the head side to side. Overall, it's just kind of a bum of a set, and I wish they had just not made this thing at all. It's a huge ripoff considering that literally a year earlier you were able to get a full-size AT-ST, and now they've basically chopped the head off and they're charging the same price. At number 4, I've chosen the 2010 Toys R Us exclusive Republic Swamp Speeder set. This set cost $30 and included just 176 pieces. That's good for 17 cents per piece, which is pretty insane. 3 of the 5 minifigures included were just regular battle droids and nothing that special, so it's not like you even got some really cool like new minifigure molds or prints that made that set worth the extra money. So the $30 price point was quite a curveball. $30 for 176 pieces is just a hard thing to swallow, especially on such a small model. I honestly think that this is a $20 set and somehow they were able to turn it into a $30 set by making it a Toys R Us exclusive. Maybe by including some type of droid vehicle in this set, say a Stap Speeder, it could have been more worth that $30 price point, but for $30 as it was, it just wasn't that great. It came in this huge box compared to the size of the little Swamp Speeder that you got in it, and it was just sorely disappointing when you actually got the thing built. I'm not saying that it was a bad Swamp Speeder model because I actually quite enjoyed the set, however, it was severely overpriced. At number 3, I've chosen the 75096 Sith Infiltrator from 2015. This is another one of those store exclusive sets that is just sorely overpriced, and I think that's kind of a trend we see with these sets. It's good for 13.6 cents per piece, which isn't terrible. $90 for 662 pieces, though, doesn't sound as great as 13.6 cents per piece. The model is huge, it's bulky, it's actually pretty heavy, but for $90 for a Sith Infiltrator, which is a ship that isn't all that popular to begin with, I just found pretty crazy. I couldn't actually believe that they were remaking this set again when it was revealed in 2015, but lo and behold, it came out, it was sold for $90, and I often did see this set on clearance, which is pretty rare to see sets on clearance at Toys R Us, but this was one of those sets. That's how you know it's overpriced. It did come with a pretty good minifigure selection, Watto, Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and a young Anakin Skywalker, but it just didn't justify that $90 price point to me. And at number 2, we have something maybe you didn't see coming, but it's the 9509 LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar from 2012. 234 pieces is going to make this thing more than 20 cents per piece, and that's insane. It's one of only 2 sets on the list that is more than 20 cents per piece, of course the other set being the Millennium Falcon that we saw. This thing is just crazily priced. $50 for an advent calendar was insane, and this is actually the only advent calendar that LEGO ever charged $50 for, because the advent calendar that came out before this was $40, and all the advent calendars for Star Wars that have come out since have been $40. So I think they were feeling good after that first year of advent calendar sales that they could hike the price up $10 more in the United States, and I think they found out they were sorely mistaken. This advent calendar did not present anything special. It had like a snowman R2 unit and a Santa Darth Maul, but other than that, everything else was just like common minifigures and crappy mini model builds. I didn't find this advent calendar to be all that interesting. I actually never even bought this one because $50 was just way out of my price range. I don't know why anyone would buy something like this for $50, and I'm glad it didn't sell well because obviously LEGO changed their mind and dropped the prices back to $40 in the US. And finally, the most overpriced LEGO Star Wars set ever in my opinion is one of the more recent LEGO Star Wars sets as of filming this video, and it's the 75199 Grievous Combat Speeder. Wow, what a shocker. This thing costs $30 for just 157 pieces. That's gonna run you 19.1 cents per piece, and the most valuable thing in this set, I suppose, is General Grievous, but other than that, it's a grossly oversized build. The build is way bigger than the ship is in universe, so it's inaccurate in that sense, and 157 pieces just does not justify justify a $30 price point. LEGO recently upped the price of their great builds like this. Like, they had this great line of $25 sets for quite a few years now, and then starting out this year, they've upped it to $30. So a set like this last year might have been $25, which is more reasonable, I suppose, but now it's $30, which is crazy. The value for this set is just not there, and it's one I absolutely do not recommend, especially when you see it on shelves side by side with Ahsoka Island for the exact same price. How could anyone justify buying this set? This, in my opinion, is the most overpriced and biggest ripoff of a LEGO Star Wars set that they have made to date. Let me know in the comment section below what you think the most overpriced or biggest ripoff of a LEGO Star Wars set is. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys would have changed the order of my list in any way, let me know as well, guys. If you guys have any ideas for future top 10 or top 15 videos as well, please leave them in the comment section below. I would greatly appreciate any ideas you guys might have for me. So if you guys did enjoy the video, of course, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And again, leave those comments down below as previously stated, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.